Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today our topic is the breath. I love talking about the breath, and there's just so many things we can learn about our breath. So we're going to go a little bit through what the science says, and then we're also going to come from a yogic perspective and how it can help you to impact your life now. The first thing that we do when we're coming into this world is what? We take a breath in, right? And the last thing we're going to do when we leave this world is what? You're going to take a breath out. And in between that is really what we call life. So at the start of life, we breathe in. At the end of our lives, we breathe out. And that's it. So the breath is very close to us. And yet, most of us in our daily lives, we don't even know that we are breathing. I used to be one of those people, and still from time to time, I don't even know that I'm breathing. Science says that most people utilize maybe about 30% of their lung capacity. So you're not even utilizing your full lung capacity, which means we are not utilizing all the energy that we could for our lives, right? The breath uses both the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous systems, meaning the in-breath, the sympathetic nervous system, is that fight and flight mode. The out-breath is the parasympathetic system, which is the relaxation mode. So in relaxation mode, we are in a resting position, which means if you can keep your body in a relaxation mode longer, then you can bring your blood pressure down, your heart rate down. And when you're in that resting place, then you can also have better digestion. So these are all health benefits that comes. And it's been scientifically proven. The yogis have known this for like more than 5,000 years. And so my experience with the breath really comes from my yogic background. So about 25 years ago, a very good friend of mine, her name is Candy, she came to me one day and said, hey, do you want to go to this breathing workshop with me? And I'm like, I didn't really know anything about, I wasn't even aware that I was breathing like most of us. But she did say that it's going to increase your energy, and she said it was scientifically based. And that's when I was hooked. I was okay, I'm going to go check it out. It was one of the best decisions I ever made in my entire life. It changed everything in my life up until now. So I'm going to take you through a little bit how it can help you and change your life for the better as well. So what I learned was, obviously we know that there are rhythms in nature. You get summer, you get winter, there's rhythms in nature, and there's also rhythms in our own body. And so through my yogic experience, I learned these techniques that if you use a rhythmic breath, that you can actually influence your sympathetic, parasympathetic systems. And that's really where you're going to gain more energy, more clarity, more health in your life. The breath is like a bridge. So think about your breath. The breath comes in through the nose or through the mouth and out through the nose, okay? It really is the only connection we have to the outside world. We don't have any other connection. So the breath is that bridge between the internal and the external world. What happens to us? We have a mind. We consist of many layers. There's a mind, there's a body, there's a breath, there's feelings, emotions, and all that stuff, okay? So we have these different levels of existence. The breath, though, is like the king. It can influence all of them. So think about it. When you are happy, your breath is light, it's effortless, it's just happening, right? When you get sad, the breath is heavy. When you get angry, the breath is rapid. So the breath is directly related to the physical, mental, and emotional state. Therefore, we can manipulate these states when we manipulate the breath. That's the good news I'm going to share with you here. Today, I'm actually going to, instead of just talking about all these things, I'm actually going to give you a tip, and I'm going to give you a breathing technique of what you can do when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you feel like your mind, your emotions, and your feelings, your physical body is overwhelming. There's a way out. You sit down, you do your breath, and then you're going to see a relief. For example, where does worry and fear exist? It doesn't exist outside of yourself. It exists inside of yourself. So when you can manipulate through the breath that internal state, then your experience on the outside is going to mirror that. And that's why I've been so passionate about breath. Since I learned about how to use my breath more than 25 years ago, I've always wanted to teach other people the same, because I believe that it's our birthright and we should all know about these things. When you're feeling anxious, I want you just to sit, close your eyes, and just focus on your breath. Bring your focus on the in-breath. So you try to elongate the in-breath, and you bring your focus on the out-breath. The in-breath, the out-breath. And for this exercise, I want you just to keep the mouth closed, and we're going to use only the nose. So try it again. The in-breath, out breath. If you can hear my in-breath and out-breath, sounds like I'm taking a breath through a straw in a way. So listen again, in-breath and out-breath. Now don't worry if you can't get that sound. I don't want to worry about that. Just focus on the in-breath and the out-breath. Now once you get used to the in-breath and the out-breath, I'm going to add something. I'm going to count. We're going to inhale for 4 counts. Then we're going to hold the breath for 4 counts. Exhale for 6 counts. And we're going to hold the breath for 2 counts. Let's begin. Inhale. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. 2. Okay? Once again. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold 2. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold 2. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold 2. And just relax. And I just want you to observe the subtle sensations. Even just, I think that was like 5 breaths we took. So whenever you feel or starting to feel overwhelmed, or your mind is creating so much pain and suffering and fear and anxiety, sit down, take 5 minutes, take 3 minutes, do these long, deep inhalations, exhalations with a count. You're going to see everything, your physiology is going to change. Heart rate's going to go down if it was up. Your blood pressure will come down if it was up. It's so simple. The thing in our society today is we think it has to be hard and we have to pay a lot of money for it to work. No. It's so simple. You have everything within you that you need. You just have to look at it. Okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you today with the breath. The breath, your breath is like gold. It can literally turn any emotion, any feeling, any situation. It can turn it around. If you take the time, just sit and breathe, bring your focus on the breath. If you can do it 2 minutes, and then you increase it to 3 minutes, and then to 4 minutes, and to 5 minutes. And if you can do this daily, like I would recommend when you wake up in the morning, do these couple of breaths. When you feel anxiety during the day, do these couple of breaths. Because the mind is constantly taking you out of the present moment. The mind vacillates between the past and the future. And in the past, there's a lot of regrets. And in the future, there's a lot of anxiety because the mind doesn't know what's going to happen. So it's trying to fix it, all in the name of trying to keep you safe. But it's not your mind's job to keep you safe. You are safe. So through the breath, the most subtle life force that we have, we can change those states. That's your power. That's your superpower, is that you have a breath. So don't waste it. Use it. Every day, if you can start with a couple of these breaths, you're going to see a difference over time in your life. That's why I'm sharing this with you. But most importantly, you're going to see that it can also have an effect on your mental state, your emotional state. Okay, so don't forget. Because the breath uses both the sympathetic and the parasympathetic systems, you can affect stress in your life. You can reduce stress in your life. People that have sleeping disorders, breath can help you. There's so much that breath can do. I guarantee it to you, it can change your life around. On that note, actually, I'm going to share with you on Sunday, this next Sunday, I am going to be hosting a free masterclass. Yes, you heard me, free masterclass. I'm so passionate about breath and people. It doesn't cost a lot of money to know your power. Sign up and join me for this masterclass, and I can teach you, like, obviously, I don't have that much time on this little YouTube clip here, but in the masterclass, I'll have more time and I can give you more techniques and more tools. because I want you to know that you have a superpower, and your superpower is your breath. So join me on Sunday for this free breathing and meditation masterclass. Link will be in the description box. And also I will be on YouTube live every Monday and every Wednesday at 11 a.m. PST with live meditations. I would love for you to join me. Just remember, people, the beginning of your life, you take in a breath. At the end of the life, you take out a breath. You want to use your breath. You want to use your breath to maximize your energy here, to maximize your life here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you find this useful. If you do, subscribe, click the link, and I'll see you next time.